We want to honor and glorify you and honor ourselves. We will trust you in your time as we seek you for wisdom, your love, your provision, your joy, your peace, and your purpose. We're so grateful for. Thank you, Father God, for listening and answering our prayer today. In Jesus' name, we all together say, Amen. Have a great day. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
I've been asked to make the announcement that it's after 9 o'clock, so the Fern Hustler Co-op should be shutting down power here, there, and under, and the elevator won't be usable. So don't try to use the elevator when you leave here. This room is on generator, as are some other parts of the courthouse with lights, but some parts are not on generator. So take care as you come together. That said, commissioners, move to item 1 and ask for your consideration of the minutes that have been supplied.
I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes and to approve the minutes as presented.
Is there a second? Second. Mr. Riley, discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed.
I'll have to abstain. I'll here.
Mr. Reader abstains. Item 2, payroll.
I'll make a motion to approve the estimated March payroll in the amount of $478,802.85.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Eager, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3, official reports. They are all in.
Make a motion to approve the official reports as presented for January 2024.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Riley, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 4, there are line item transfers as an item in itself, but there will be one that we want to talk about in a few minutes. So moving on to item 5, ratifying and approving some paid bills and outstanding.
I'll make a motion to ratify the outstanding bills in the amount of $3,944.37 and approve the outstanding bills in the amount of $157,836.31.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Peter, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, we've been talking about the Reconnect program. That's the new state program. And, Mr. McCullough of Hill Country Wireless is here to give us an update.
Good morning, Commissioners. The Coach Ray mentioned a follow-up from the previous meeting. We continue to participate on the webinar programs learning about the Reconnect 5, which is expanding broadband in rural communities. Currently, the USDA is awarding $550 billion across the United States to rural communities to expand broadband. The open application starts March 22nd and ends May 21st. So that is the open period to submit an application for funding in rural areas.
What are those dates again?
March 22nd through May 21st. 60 days. One thing that the USDA and the SEC continue to speak about, which is why I'm actually up here speaking with y'all, is a really highly encouraged public-private partnerships. Obviously, we go after funding ourselves, and there's possibilities we might do that, but we really want to partner with the county because there is such a greater potential for success. Number one is this public money. This is taxpayer money, so we just want to make sure we're spending the taxpayer money appropriately with the county so that we can hit the underserved and underserved areas, unserved and underserved. Obviously, we have shared objectives. We want to take care of our community and our people and help grow in certain areas and be able to participate in all the activities that broadband provides our community. is 90% of the public-private partnerships are successful. They see it as a strong common goal, taking care of everything, the strengths of the county or city governments and the strengths of private entities come together to accomplish goals to help the community. It's actually gotten to be so strong that Missouri has passed a bill allowing only public-private partnerships for broadband expansion. That's the momentum that the direction the country's going, and there's more activities focused around that. Last thing I have is just really want to try to have a voice and how we're spending the area, supporting public needs. Y'all see things that we may not see. Also looking at how we're going to be affordable and reliable to really the unserved and underserved areas in our county. So, what do I have? So that's any questions you may have at this time.
There may be others. I have questions, and there may be ones that you have to go and think about to have answers for, so you don't feel, because the maybe trying to follow this, so don't feel like you have to have an answer. I understood at the moment here. And I may be giving it to our auditor as well to make sure. So it's maybe a long homework answer. I've been asked, the word partnership, public-private partnership. What does that look like? What does that mean? And my concept of it was more about the public side of it, facilitating, encouraging, helping the private part of it. In this case, build infrastructure for the county residents. Not that the county is going to be building anything or taking on any labor. What happened? So is that you're shaking your head? So kind of is that basically your concept too?
Pretty much, yes, sir.
It's basically the county's name to us and reputation and standing to help move the application along, try to get funds into like the county.
That is correct. Yes.
So let's say we get and there's the questions. I have some questions that I asked earlier about when you do a public-private partnership. How do we make sure it's been fair or that we've been inclusive? That we you're the only one I know of based here in Johnson City and pretty much in Lakewood County. There are a few locals from surrounding areas that come into Lakewood County, but we're the only really local one I know of. So you're the one I think of, and when I think of trying to have a partnership with somebody local. But the questions are, do we need to be doing some sort of bid process, or maybe a request for information process? Is there something else that needs to happen, or we can just say, let's partner with you? Or is the partnership process in Texas, government such that we partner with you, Spectrum, whoever else we want to partner with at the same time?
Technically, it's the latter. There's already other surrounding counties, Plano is one of them. Y'all have the option of choosing whoever you want to partner with to expand broadband. What we're seeking is just the ability to understand the real partnership, to go after funds together, to meet with each other, and make sure we're all at the common goals, we're all meeting the same objectives together. There isn't necessarily a bid process, that's what y'all want to do, or happy to. That is not a requirement with any of the surrounding counties that we've worked with. Also, to answer your question, yes, we are really the only broadband provider based here in Lincoln County. There's some national programs that are local in other counties and they serve portions of our county, but we do have our largest footprint and coverage. We also employed here or housed here, pay taxes here. There's a lot of synergies that we have to embrace here in Lincoln County also with our home.
We're not afraid of the bid process. We encourage competition and openness. On the other hand, we don't have to do the bid process. Sometimes it's a lot easier to do this. All right. So I guess the big question on the plate then is, let's say we get a big pot of money through this application. And you start to go at it and lay some fiber in parts of the county. And let's say something really bad happens to your company and go away before you're finished. What is your understanding of where that leaves the county in terms of, do I have to get Commissioner Leeson to take the backhoe out there and finish the day? As a matter of fact.
No, sir, this actually has come up previously somewhere else in the United States, and we've read case laws around it. They, USDA will understand private partnership, something dissolved with the private entity. At that point in time, the county has the option to pursue another partner, go find one, and or return monies back to the USDA and say, here's what we were able to accomplish with what we had, it's an unfinished project, but there will be an accounting procedure taking place, and $1 million spent, here's $1 million worth of assets, even though it's uncompleted, but you're able to recognize how much was spent.
Speaking of the accounting process, don't think our auditors normally, in a situation like this, is tracking the spending that closely, although maybe we should. There have been a couple of times when I wish we had. My question is, who does track it? So let's say you know something bad happened to you and you spend $500,000, instead of $1 million, you spend half of it. How do we know that half is in the dishes?
Well, a lot of this will be defined within the MOU. Just speaking off the top of my head, I would think that you would consider us a contractor, for example. So you're watching our spending or reporting to the commissioners monthly, however, whether building cycle or cycle choose. Here's where it needs to stand, here's how we spend. And the county would allocate funds appropriately as a bank does to a developer during a building process, or less they draw type thing. So you're able to see the progress as well as we're able to report on the progress.
Does this come from USDA?
Yes, sir.
I was hoping you would say that USDA performs some sort of oversight or audit.
They do, but more or less at the close of a project is where they come in. They don't do it during, unless there's a reason for them to investigate during the project. Typically, these are 3 to 5 year projects. They come in toward the end and make sure you get your checks and balances.
I was visited yesterday by a young lady with Charter Communications who, it was pretty convoluted and I had to almost extract teeth, but what I think I have out of it is Charter Communications used to be Time Warner. And probably 100 other iterations between, and that they are the parent of Spectrum. And I guess Frontier is a competitor of Spectrum. And she is saying that I can't tell if they've gotten money or if they've already made the application. It's not not in Reconnect because she was talking about a whole different set of dates that are earlier in time than this. She's talking about trying to provide, I guess, fiber, I'm thinking, but I can't swear to that, it might be wireless, to 1,200 Johnson City. And this is a term that I learned yesterday, probably something called a passing, which I roughly equate to an access point. And 1,000 passings in Blanco. And it seems to me that leaves open all the rest of Blanco County.
Yes, sir.
She's focusing, and I asked her specifically, and yes, they're focusing on the density of Johnson City and Blanco. So what we're talking about in this potential partnership, money to be used is for, it's not for Johnson City, Blanco, density, it's for the rest of the county.
That is correct. It's up to how we define it. Technically, there are eligible areas within the city, but I think from where I'm seeing county commissioners, that we're looking more of a county, not necessarily city limits. We're already in the process of doing that currently. We have 8 miles of fiber in Johnson City. We have 2,000 homes close to it. In Blanco, we're already well into those projects, so those are already covered, take care of. We're actually going to rural areas.
And if I misunderstood, and they're still trying to get the money to do this, and they want a letter from us of support, in a sense, we can partner with them and you, and everything's fine.
I mean, it could be, yes, sir. I don't know how they would feel even dual partnerships.
Okay. Well, do you know of any effort by somebody like this, a big, what I consider a big player, to also apply for the reconnect program?
Oh, sure.
Here in Blanco County.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't, well, so the Reconnect 5 is that application that gets started. So to answer your question, if I know who is going to apply in Blanco County for Reconnect 5 or for Blanco County, I can't answer that. Because anybody from Maine to Florida to California, any company can apply for Blanco County funding
So,
with or without a partnership.
so let's just say that Spectrum does under the reconnect program. How does the county choose who to partner, or do we have to choose?
But you have to work with Spectrum to see if they allow, like I said, the dual. They may not allow the dual, they say you have to choose one or the other. You can't get on 2 horses at the same time. I don't know how Spectrum would react to that. How the county commissioners choose, I think it should be wherever you feel is in the best interest of the community constituents that y'all serve. We will get the job done.
I'm gonna stop. I think I've got my last one, and I'll shut up. So if you, Equipment Wireless and Spectrum, make application under Reconnect 5, and it involves laying fiber out 3347 in northwest Blanco County. The county can't recommend both of you for the grant, hoping one of you gets the grant.
Technically, well, I don't know that answer. I would think technically, yes, you could. However, support may be different than a partnership. Support may be, we're supporting of it, however, partnership may mean, I look at a partnership as I'm sitting down at the table with each and every one of y'all saying, here's what we want to do. We want to serve these areas, this money, this, that, the other. Spectrum may not do that at that level. They just may ask for support to say, we're going to work with this county. And you may not have a voice in which portions of Northwest County, for example. We know we want to build it together with all versus just have your support.
I think I had a question for you, Carter. You're telling me that that first you go get the money, then you sit down with the court to decide what to do with the money?
No, sir, it's vice versa. When you apply for the application, there are 2, well, it's a long application, but one of the criteria is if you have a public-private partnership, present the partnership, in other words, show us the MOU so that the people who are reading the applications can understand the relationship that the county has developed with the private entity. They want to see the mechanics of that. Second to that is in the application, you have already defined what areas you want to serve and how you're going serve those areas, as you mentioned, fiber is one of the ideas. That has to be an application process. So if there is a public-private partnership, those dialogues are occurring prior to application submission, so that we together can determine, all right, we want to serve certain areas and not other areas. This area costs so much more money than this one. Whatever the case are, there's a lot of variables to take into consideration. But in public-private partnership, we're defining that before we submit the application.
Okay, so, how much money are you talking about? What is your goal for the grant? How much money are you asking for?
It's undecided at this point. We do not have
Rough numbers, $1 million, $2 million, $5 million?
It depends on how far we want to go and what we think we can absorb. Also, what does the area need? Not every area in the county is eligible. There are large areas that are eligible. But for example, when fiber costs probably about $45,000 a mile.
How many road miles do you want to go?
And from there,
I don't want to take away your questions here. But, and I kept saying fiber, but is that really the plan? Or,
so the reconnect is agnostic. However, if you're not to do fiber, it makes wireless more restrictive and challenging. It's more difficult to do, to meet their standards, even though they're agnostic.
and just one more thing, I'm not turning back, but, $559 million, you said that's for the whole United States?
Yes, sir.
Like, county, you're lucky to get anything.
It's hit and miss. For example, the Reconnect 4 was 1.2 billion, 1.3 billion. There were a lot of places that tested the one Reconnect 4 areas. There is a lot that the SBA does have focus to travel lanes, so there's a lot of money awarded that. 550 doesn't include travel lanes, it's really 750 million, but 200 million is travel lanes. So it's really hit and miss. They're having a lot of programs. This isn't the first, y'all know this has been going on for 10 years now. So many areas have already received funding from other programs and set together. So I wouldn't call this a low-hanging fruit by any means, but there already have been awarded monies in other areas. And I can say that we have as good a chance as anybody else getting monies.
So, let's just, whatever the number is, on the procurement side of it, are you envisioning with the MOU that the county would, and I guess, is the grant a reimbursement, or is a grant you get awarded and then you go out and purchase?
So it's a draw type system. So you're allowed to pull draws throughout the year based on what you're building out. So you build dollars in year one, you're going to have $4 million, and you spend $1 million and you build another draw.
So you get a draw prior to purchasing any equipment?
Pretty much, yes, sir. I mean, there's a little bit of caveats in there with labor versus material and assets, just a little caveat.
I'm just trying to clarify and make sure that, you know, the county wouldn't be purchasing the equipment and then waiting on the draw to come in.
No, sir. That would not take place.
Is it that the county gets a bucket of money, whatever it is, and then you take draws from the county?
Yes, sir. Yes, we take it off from the county. Right now, the county will receive the funds from USDA, and then more or less, as I mentioned, we're a contractor, so we just contract out with us, so it passes through the county based on.
I would think if the contractor would be for a point to point, let's say 5 miles of this road or whatever, that particular job, you would be bonded to complete that job.
Absolutely.
So if something happened to you,
You
then
know, they're big bonds.
bond, etc. And then the oversight on your next draw, who determines that the work you've done equals that draw that you've taken on? ready for the next drop, or you still need to do some more work before we let go of that?
Sure.
And is this program got anything to do with matching funds, where you spend part or we match it?
Well, there are matching fund requirements, but it doesn't necessarily mean who is matching it. Whether it's a private entity matching it 100%, or it's a collaboration between the county and the private entity, or it's a line of credit, or it's a bond. It does not describe how. There are matching funds, for example, it's $1 million, they require 10%, that's $100,000, $1,000 in matching funds, but they don't declare how those matching funds are to get obtained.
So if you have 2 contractors, 3 contractors in the county that are working on this program,
Subcontractors, we call that multiple contractors.
so would you decide up front what materials you use, or do they vary that much, or is it pretty much industry standard?
Well, there are industry standards, and that's part of the USDA looks at on the application, is saying, okay, you said you need $1 million to cover how many homes, the next number of miles. You're not living in Glasgow, you're not in a weird area, so we do have norms in your area. As long as you're within those norms, they're okay. If you're outside those norms, it does raise questions, right now they will start to ask deeper questions about how it's being done. A lot of that's defined in the application up front, so.
They would be determine what type of material you're using with that.
So,
Are you using some?
there are some stuff we use, absolutely. When we're running aerial fiber now, 281, there's so many restrictions on text dot and how those are permitted. It's easier than a contractor to do that, who has that skill set, ability, tools, and mechanics. For example, running down a private road or a rural road, there are restrictions on that, so it's.
Well, you're not gonna, to his question, you're not gonna leave to a sub what roll of fiber you buy.
That is correct. Now, there are criteria that here, a lot of the political campaigns right now is buy things from foreign countries. They do check things like that. What we do put in there is we are buying 90 string of fiber. Whether I buy Corning or another vendor, they don't really care about that. It's all that's there.
And I guess you rely on the county road right of ways as much as possible.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so some of our right of ways aren't that wide. You've got the fence right there beside it, so are you talking basically all this being underground?
Not in the hill country, no, sir. I would recommend most of it to be aerial with some underground where appropriate. But just because of our law, the cost of going underground goes up exponentially. But we will have to make sure that primary.
Would you be working with the MOUs with the electric company to put on their poles, or would you be supplying your own poles?
Both. We already have a umbrella agreement with PEC, and so we, as much as we want to do.
4 feet.
4 feet, yes, sir. Also, we are a CLEC, which allows us to put in our own poles along right-of-ways, right-of-ways. So we do both, we've done both.
When you said $45,000 a mile, the laying fiber
Area.
per area,
So this grant would be fiber to the house, not wireless.
That will be my recommendation based on the parameters that the reconnect those folks put forth. However, that is a decision, if we work on a public-private partnership, a decision between both of us. If I go out to private, if I go out there solely, it would be a fiber proposal from the USDA. And it wouldn't be fiber to the home, yes, or it would, well, 2 things, lease up to the property line, and then typically the homeowner is responsible for property line to their house. If we wanted to apply and actually brought it to the home, we can do that. That's however we want to shape that. Obviously, the expenses go up to do that, but that is a eligible request. Some of it is to be across the county, cities, cities.
Subdivision development, let's say, he wants to run fiber optic and subdivision and bring it out to the road. How does that affect you? Will you work with them? Is that something you work with, or are you going, no, you can't come out attached to this line?
Typically we would allow that, and especially if us being a private entity, we would allow that.
You would allow?
I mean, that makes no sense. I mean, that's how fiber is dispersed through the county, whether a developer does it, we do our funds, get local funds, how it's done. But our job is to serve the community, and part of these developments are our community, so.
Well, at $45,000 on, our subdivision rules at 5 acres a lot, you're not gonna get a lot of, new business out of this. That's a tremendous amount of money.
The intent is to serve.
When you're
So-
density,
That's a polite way of saying it. The intent is to spend a whole lot of federal funds to serve you people out with sticks.
The intent is to serve. We just want to provide opportunity to everybody in our county.
And I'm just casting a negative light in a way, but, the other side of the coin is, the kid out there on 3347 that has a homework assignment that requires internet. Needs the internet just as bad as the kid right here on Avenue G.
Same telemedicine, aging individuals need healthcare, and driving awesome versus their cheap.
So, but in that scenario with the kid out on 3347, is there current fiber on 962 that you can tie into?
Portions of it, yes, sir. So, there is currently fiber in portions of our county. Some of it is owned by, I'll just take AT&T as an example, that they don't allow you to tap in, because they own their own. There are other carriers that do dark fiber, and they allow private entities to tap into it for fees and revenue generation. And there's also, as I mentioned, we have our own private fiber that we actually run down I-62 already, I-62 West. We're looking at getting down I-62 East right now, but so there's a mixture out there. Typically, it's going to be under their corridors, and they have to just figure out how to feed the service roads.
you're going towards the denser areas first.
So we have a mixed bag. Obviously, we're a private company, we're to generate revenue. We want to serve our communities, we're all over the place. I have 9 projects we're working on currently, one's on Mandy's Road. Very undeveloped area. We have other areas that are developed, as I mentioned, running 8 miles of pipe in Johnson City as I speak right now today. That's a dense area. So we try to spend our funds to best serve the county throughout the county as best we possibly can. As for example, Woods on 32 ranch. Easily, I can't afford to reach fiber, so we have to look at private or public funds. However, we do work out deals with the developers. There's a lot of deals that we worked out with developers building, and I didn't build 7 miles of fiber on school roads, and we can serve other areas in there. So it's a mixed bag.
So where are we, we would need an MOU to make the application?
Yes, sir.
And where are we in that process?
From where I stand, the opinion would be consensus among the commissioners to pursue a public-private partnership so that we can develop an MOU together. Whether we put a draft form together and present it to the commissioners, we need some answers so that these might be an individual person that we can work with to answer some basic questions in the MOU so that we can actually have it developed and approved in terms of the MOU.
So if the court today were to vote to approve the notion of the private-public partnership and proceed with creating an MOU, the court would still be voting on it at a later time, once it's been fleshed out.
That would be, how it should work on your side, unless for some reason you empower some individual to sign off on the MOU.
Well, assuming we don't, the point is, today could be a vote about the intent to move forward. Yeah, for sure. But not having locked in yet until we get the MOU.
That is correct.
Right.
There are a lot of moving pieces there, MOU, and y'all mentioned a handful of them already, how things will be done, and bonds, and all the type of details that need to be defined within the MOU. That would be the intent of the MOU.
And so if there is no motion to enter into this partnership and see if we can apply program funds, we're kind of, it's over.
Well, we are to the commissioners on how they want to see, there is going to be more funding available, I've heard the deed, which is going to be a national program. That hasn't been decided, it's been decided at the federal level, but it has not been pushed down to the state level. The state is going to receive $3.3 billion, and the state will decide on how to spend the $3.3 billion. We don't know if that's going to come down in March, April, May, September. We have no idea. We know it's forthcoming. We know that the Texas, they call it MOVE, is working through all this. So there will be more funds available if we choose to pass. That's what the commissioners do. I say there won't be an opportunity for funding in the future. But it's also based on the provisions of the program. For example, Reconnect 4 that was out, there was a lot of areas with the county, I mean, most of the county was ineligible for Reconnect 4. So it depends on what the provisions are with those. And if they're eligible areas or not, we haven't seen what the provisions are. We know they're eligible areas available with the Reconnect 5.
Yeah, that was a glass half full answer. My point was that I think the commissioners don't want to do a partnership with you for Reconnect 5. I don't know why they want to do one for me.
And I see what you're saying, that they just choose to pass on any type of partnership going forward, the commissioner's decision and be correct. Unless the commissioners can have us or intend to pursue something else in the future take, but otherwise it would be
What did you say it was per month? The overhead?
45,000 is the average.
Okay, I'll make a motion to move forward with, and create an MOU between the Blanco County and Hill Country Wireless for a Reconnect 5 program for further review of the MOU.
Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Weir, discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Carried. Looks like we got to get in with you very pretty quick.
Thank y'all very much for your time.
Item 7 on the agenda involves renewal of our Bailey County farm lease with Mr. Joe. Telling you that Connie deals with him verbally kind of frequently. And he's done a great job. He's always been on time with his cases for keeps farming, and so it keeps producing, it's producing property. And I would be in favor of it if you all want.
Make a motion to renew the Bailey County farm lease between Blanco County and Billy Tyler.
Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eager, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. I want to stay on that topic just a moment because yeah, it gives me, we'll do it. Okay. So moving to item A, racial profiling report from the sheriff's office. Please approve.
I'd like to make a motion to acknowledge the 2023 racial profiling report for the sheriff's office.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Riley, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 9, purchase of FAA examination vouchers. I couldn't be able to explain what it is. It seems like, well, an examination voucher sounds like buying a ticket to take an examination.
That's exactly what it is, yes, sir.
The three of us,
Yes, sir.
to operate the firm.
Yes, sir.
So basically, you want redundancy, and you want to make sure there's one person. We're not relying on one person to operate this expensive piece of equipment.
Correct, yes, sir.
And how much are the tickets?
175.
Anything going to add? Any motions?
I move to approve the purchase of 3 FAA examination vouchers for the Axon drone as outlined in the capital equipment section of the 23-24 budget.
Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner, discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Item 10, Ms. Wall would like to integrate e-file, which would cause me personally to bless you about this.
I make a motion to authorize the county clerk to enter into a contract with I3 Verticals for a software program to integrate e-file Texas into metadata.
Is there a second? Second. Mr. Riley, discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 11. We'd like to add a sheet of copier. We found that courtroom processes, I'm sorry, actually, courtroom processes would go better if we did that. However, we advise that item 12, if you approve this copier, is a line item transfer, so we can put some money, additional money into your line item and pay for one more copy on the lease.
I move to authorize the county judge to enter into a contract with Toshiba for a copier to be located in the courthouse courtroom.
Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eager, discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, motion carries. So item 12 is asking to move some funds from the special fund, I believe, to the line item in the non-departmental that pays for the copy of this copier.
Move to approve the line item transfer to cover the cost of the Toshiba machine for the remainder of the fiscal year.
Is there a second? Second. Commissioner Riley, discussion?
Their concern?
You can't hear?
Making sure that they can use special funds for that.
Okay,
You good to go?
I believe that that's what that fund is about. I guess if there's a problem, we'll have to come back. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, motion carries. Item 13, continuing education.
I make a motion to acknowledge the continuing education for Weir, Eager, and Ryan.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Eager, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. 14, replat, personnel section. This is yours.
Uh, uh, So this one is pretty simple. We're gonna take 2 blocks and combine them into one. So, I'd like to make a motion to approve the replat of 74 and 75 in the Colonel Hills Ranch subdivision, to be known as Lot 74R.
Is there a second?
So,
Mr. Riley, discussion. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Item 15, bid for rainwater system. Beginning. It's about a bid. Where this is the rainwater collection system for the Starflight.
No, sir. 363 yard.
You already done the Starflight motion?
One bid from Agritech, alkaline water tanks in the amount of $22,120. So that fits within my budget. So this is a 15-foot diameter, 11-foot tall, 14,388 gallon water tank. So, and this will allow for filling in fire trucks as well as county water trucks. I'll make a motion to approve the bid for Agritech in the amount of $22,120 for the rainwater collection in precinct 3.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Eager, discussion. How many gallons?
14,388.
And what is that?
So 281 collectible burning county lines.
Is that rainwater?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else? All in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 16, bids for the McCall Creek project. I think that might be really.
This letter of recommendation from Grandberg fertilizer, so it's a little old. Might not be very strong, but it works.
All right, Mr. Mayor. Little old, might not be really fun, but it's still working.
That's it.
All right, so 3 bids. One from Tide Milling for the amount of $313,968.38. One from Kerry Biesenbach at CD Paving Incorporated for $244,866 even. And another one from Available Construction for $232,505.06. So,
Do they all look to be bidding on the same thing, the same way?
yes, I met with the contractors out there, gave them the information. Everybody received the same information.
But sometimes when you all get bids, I hear you say, well, this one is talking about this and this one's talking about that. Just make sure they're talking about the same. And bidding on the same thing.
Yes. Yes, they are. Okay, so McCall Creek has approximately a mile and a half of non-paved surface. It's dirt or base road. And so bringing in 3 inches of new base and packing, filling up what is there, adding to it, repacking, getting the dish line set right, and doing double course on that. And there's a small stretch in the middle of these two that is already paved, and doing a single course over that where everything looks the same. And then there is a small water crossing that is there that is going to be demolished, cheap pipes put in, concrete work. Put that over.
Included in these bids? And does that finish off on concrete?
That finishes off concrete, and I believe that finishes off precinct 4. You ready? Okay. All right, so I move to accept the bid from Available Construction for $232,505 for the McCall Creek project.
Is there a second?
I'll say it.
Commissioner Weir, discussion.
Is there sufficient funds in your special line item?
Yes, sir.
Anything else? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 17, spring cleanup, Commissioner Roberts.
All right, so the date has been set for April 27th, 2024, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Waste Commission's transfer station. And I should be in flash pretty quick. If anybody would like to have one, I can send you one. They'll be going into the newspapers and all that fun stuff. And so we get to try out the new transfer station this year and how that's going to operate, so that might be a little bit of fun. This is not the hazardous household waste, that is coming later this year. This is household waste.
No action to take on this, is there?
Don't think so. Okay.
Or is there?
No, it's, just informational only, my error.
Eclipse Day, couple of things. In your folder, I think is a draft declaration of disaster. That's for your review. There's county over in Burke County already declared disaster, kind of an odd way, in my view, but anyway. Trying to get ahead of the eclipse, and he says it's necessary to receive any state assistance and that is required by the Department of Emergency Management so that we can make requests for state assistance and state resources. Press release. And then Travis County has recently enacted a disaster declaration. My thinking is that all of them are going to fall in line with you along the way. So that draft that you have would be declaration that I will issue on the 20th, so that on the 26th is our Commissioner's Court meeting, you could, if I'm not going to issue this on the 20th unless you're interested in renewing it, extending it on the 26th, so that it goes at least through the 8th, even the eclipse day. And then it will be in place for that period of time, for whatever reason there might be, to have a disaster declaration in place. Thoughts?
Judge, I've had some people ask me about this, seeing that other counties are considering it. In simple terms, what does that mean to the county? As far as if you declare one, does it open the eyes, stay with the feds, look at it in case?
A little, Commissioner Leishman can speak to this, it does a little, yes, it opens their eyes that we're waving our hands out here and that we're concerned, but it also does things like, it relaxes, some of the requirements on us if we need to be getting water, fuel, assistance to people, it reinforces certain authorities for you and commissioners and your highway department, your road crews, and the sheriff's office so that we can make sure that roadway's safe here. And it just gives you a few tools to go ahead and do it.
So a lot of the disaster declaration, what that will do is that will help us in the procurement process. If for some reason we needed something in an emergency that exceeds our $50,000 and we don't have to go out for bid for that, we'll just go ahead and take care of it. Another thing that I was reading is that it allows the judge to do ingress and egress to a disaster area, so he can really shut down the whole county.
Well, we did that during the flood to 2015 to move people out of Chimney Valley. It's pretty uncomfortable to take that coming in step that we did.
Yeah.
Yes, it allows
some tools.
I call it tools.
But the comments from PDM right now, Texas Division of Emergency Management, basically are stating that this is an event, not a disaster, to them. So they're aware of it. We've been working with them. We've been in multiple meetings, so they're working their little side of it. We're working our side of it. They're there to help however we can get it. I know one of the comments that was made during some of the initial meetings was for fuel delivery. That they have SunPost, which is a people that we use before on standby for deployment of fuel if necessary. An individual out of Plano County stated that they would like to see, they wanted fuel at every location and they were going to do a request for it from the state. I don't see that being feasible. We have a plan for our fuel. So that's something of that nature. Judge, as far as, if you was to, I knew that you would already have something prepared because of how you are. And, but we could, you could issue this like on Friday, prior to the eclipse, and it would take the 7 days to go through the eclipse.
I could.
And then,
I could.
we wouldn't have to renew it, but however you're gonna do it, I'm fine.
I could, but the problem that I have is because it is more of an event and it's something that we can see coming as opposed to certain disasters that happen to us. I don't want to play that game of, yes, I could circumvent you all and wait until that Friday and issue it myself, all by myself. But I don't want to play that game of circumventing the commissioner's court. The other counties have not, the other counties involved their commissioner's court, and I think that's the appropriate way to do so. So I'm taking a stronghold of whether I should issue it at all, and like I said, the 20th looked like a good date because it allows you all to take it up at a regular meeting within 7 days. That was my thinking, and that's my stronghold. We'll see if anybody has any interest in that.
And I did see where at the 5 o'clock news yesterday, Hayes County was also looking similar. So I don't know.
And they're not even in the
Half. Right.
anybody.
Okay.
That's 1,
I'm fine with that.
2.
So, adding to the eclipse, possibly on toes, I want to talk about for the schools are shut down, things are shut down, everybody else.
Before you do, would you be okay with the disaster declaration?
Oh,
So that's 3 hours. Okay, schools.
In my opinion, everything else shut down around us. I don't understand why our county officers.
Well, and I agree with that, if we're going to declare it as a that's good. I'm on the same page.
So you just stuck it on me.
Yeah, we'll put it back on you, guys. That's all they call it.
So,
We'll blame that, that's on you too.
talking with the city personnel, they're gonna be working, closing streets down, in numerous locations. Really concerns me, however, that's the city, so, but one of the streets being closed down is maybe the street right here, Cypress Street, right in front of, in between the courthouse and the annex. So that's gonna hinder any visitors or any work-related people to that building.
Am I, wrong in thinking of your road crews as more essential in this kind of environment?
I don't know.
Oh, they're essential.
They're essential in
If I'm now looking to the professionals, if you vote to declare this a day that the non-essentials are closed, how do we take care of the workers?
Get comp time,
Comp
because there's no money in the budget for overtime, so they'll get comp time.
my guys will be on call. They'll be on call.
Okay, so here's the issue with being on call. If we can't get cell coverage, how are we gonna call
Well, I gotta drive to their house, we gotta go take a tree, somebody bring it over into the middle of the road, cut it out of the road. Then we can do that, at least they're not gonna be going to Arkansas, they'll be on call.
them? So if they're on call, then they don't receive comp time unless they physically go to work.
Right,
So they just lose that day.
right. I mean, they'll get paid for it because, right.
No, it'd be administratively, it would be a holiday. But,
Okay, is that what y'all are gonna do?
I don't know.
I'm asking, that's what
I mean, it's not a holiday, it's not on a holiday.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, so then that's what would happen, everybody would get administratively. They'd still get paid for it.
Right.
So it's,
But I just wanted my guys to be available in case something does happen, we can.
How does that work? If we make administrative leave and these guys are home on call?
Unless they get called out, then
they're not gonna get comp time unless they get called out.
And if they get called out, they do get called.
Yes.
It's very good. Because we're not gonna be out on the road trimming brush and stuff while all these folks are here. But if something happens, somebody hits a tree that falls on the road or something, we'll be out.
Well, but you could be, if you wanted your guys to come into work, they could be driving the roads looking for things, people that run out of gas or are having issues too.
So the next question, does that mean that all law enforcement that is working gets double time and a half?
Time and a half, they get time and a half.
And there is a line item for that, right?
Oh, and long, yes.
And then it doesn't matter, if you start dying, Judge Broadbeck, Judge Riley, can just.
Just all the rest of us, just keep working, just keep working.
So what's your motion, your motion?
Yeah, and that for a second ago, but not worth it. I guess, make a motion.
Hold on. Okay, in the emergency management world, I'm planning, we start Sunday at 12 o'clock noon. We work through Tuesday. Is this just Monday we're talking about? What if the event rolls into Tuesday? Make that on the fly?
I don't know, but I think I'd probably start backing it up if we start talking about 2 days administrative leave. And closing down the shop for 2 days.
That's our work schedule as of right now. We start Sunday and we work till Tuesday.
Right, I understand that.
So hopefully everybody's gone at 9:50 that morning and we're done.
So what, a 4-minute meeting?
So do we want to just plan only Monday?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So we don't want to call, we're not calling your road crews essential and requiring them to work upon on call. And they're getting administrative like everybody else on this. He calls it call time. Is that right?
Right.
What if the commissioner wants them really close on the call? Shot.
They're at work, if they're on,
Is that an option? That's each commissioner short.
right?
Commissioner Dominguez.
So the motion is to provide administrative leave for employees for the day of the cruise, which is the 8th, not Monday the 8th. There's your motion.
Sure. Can you say a little loud for me?
Charles, you want to
Can you repeat the motion, please?
Yes, so my motion is for April the 8th, for non-essential offices,
Yes.
non-essential offices to be closed with road and bridge on call. But each commissioner has the option to have their staff working at that for, sometime. And if they do get called in, they get time.
And we're calling it administrative leave for everybody else.
Administrative, everybody else.
Got that?
There was none. Yes, I got it.
Is there a second?
I'll say it.
Mr. Weir, discussion.
So, on administrative leave, in the new policy, the department head submits a letter to the treasurer's office for administrative leave. Do we want to do one letter, how do you want to handle that?
Yeah, I don't think the manual contemplated commission report.
No, and what we could do too is just get a copy of the minutes and put it.
Yeah.
Because that covers everything.
Okay.
So I'm good.
Anyone else? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? What else we got? Opposed? Okay. Motion carries. Next item on the first day is kind of related. We and many other counties have been doing a great deal on the satellite phones, and we increased the number of satellite phones specifically because of this event. And we're up to 14 satellite phones at the moment. And the company that provides it is going to be curved. I think it has to do with the federal subsidy for the program. And what we have been paying just a few dollars a month for are going up rapidly. And we really haven't budgeted for and what can we really afford that kind of increase to 14 phones necessarily, unless each department wants to figure out how to budget for it in their own budget. So, I think this is more informational, other than to say that, I guess I'd like to hear your thoughts on whether the county needs to keep some satellite phones or not, and how many. Back when we had 4, there was 1, 2 for the sheriff's office. Yes.
Sheriff had one, dispatch had one,
2,
policeman had one, and you had one.
4.
So I've had a satellite phone since Ellsbury was sheriff, and that was in 2012, I think, 10, 12, somewhere. I've used it approximately 2 times. So, his point of view during the hurricanes in Houston, where they came from when they lost all tower sites, that's how they communicated. That was the reason we got them in the location out of Round Mountain, was because there was no cell coverage in Round Mountain. We were able to get them at a very cheap rate, like $9 a month. So, now, they've stopped that, maybe because all the fireworks down around the house. But, so I would be under the impression, since all of our funds at the courthouse are VoIP funds, if we was to put a satellite connection on the command bus and use VoIP phones in the command bus, that would be a way to utilize that is without doing satellite phones. Mr. Woodring, do you have an opinion on that?
While you're coming up, the change in the fee structure begins with
April 16th.
Thank you, sir.
16, so we're talking about reducing or eliminating.
Put that on the bus. We may need some, maybe not as many as we have, but we may need some. Observation, call back to us.
And that's under the impression that we lost all tower sites, all backup, communications, everything.
Because we need it.
Kind of the event that would cause you to lose all tower sites and all backups.
Tornadoes.
Okay, so which is, tornado's not gonna take out satellite necessarily.
Wouldn't an RF occurrence do?
Yeah, sure. We want some. That was because the fuel and generators. They ran out of fuel, somebody thought about the fuel and generators.
There was different aspects as well. Fuel. That was, ice actually hitting the microwave dish, knocking it out of position.
Verizon, they also.
Verizon's okay.
Were the two telephones, cell phones, satellite phones that Sheriff and dispatch had originally, were they budgeted in their budget?
No, they were covered under emergency management.
I would agree we don't need as many as we have. So I would agree we don't need as many as we have currently.
But your recommendation would probably go back to
We need some of
Well, that's probably what you're talking, sounds like two. I don't hardly use mine, don't hardly use yours, so, 2 to 4. Sounds like all we're gonna need after April 16. And, people will go, we'll see how that proceeds with grant the budget. See what next year goes. So, our issue, we discussed it, I think we have a direction. Anything else? Okay. Anything else on the eclipse while you're standing there?
So our operations are actually start Friday. Everybody's working, nobody's off. So we did double shifts Friday and Tuesday. Tuesday because it's the day after and travel back. Friday and Tuesday, double shifts, everybody.
Oh, but you're gonna be in the what kind of vehicle?
And Mark,
Oh, a Mark Patrol uniform.
yeah, we got work. So we need everybody, so before now, we need everybody.
There's a, position brought that up. There's a, person in the comptroller's office that is advising that because you ultimately supervise patrol, that makes you qualify, at least in Lamb County, it's making the chief deputy qualified to receive some SB 22 funds. And in fact, they're saying that even the investigators in Lamb County can qualify because they can't make traffic stops. So they're reading it, research, and as Weymouth and I, they thought it read as part of your routine that they retain to do traffic control.
We require everybody to perform traffic enforcement that's needed. Because yeah, currently will make a truck stop.
There's a difference between requiring everybody to do it and being part of your daily routine. But it appears that the controller's office is being loose with the definition. But that makes it pretty problematic in Laredo County because they're talking about giving a kind of raise to the chief deputy that would make him more compensated than the sheriff. It's a domino effect. And so a lot of county judges are much more interested in purchasing stuff as opposed to monkeying with the salary structure.
Cities, we are quite behind and are lacking in control as well as communications. We don't want to lose anybody else, so we're just trying to get ourselves competitive in certain things.
Which seems to be a continually moving target. And kind of a vague target because I'll be told so-and-so gets paid, they pay such and such in Essex County. And then when you look at the Essex County, plan that jive with that. It's constantly changing and there seems to be a lot of rumor, I think.
Well, the numbers I have are accurate numbers. I got them from the departments. So I believe them to be accurate. And the average amount is, I'm sorry, we aren't every county touches this entire.
Well, that's
what it is.
At one point, we're glad you're going to be out there in the traffic. Anyone have anything else on the coast? There you go. Item 19.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion